What's going on? Welcome back to Happily Ever Now with
Stevie
and Darius.
Welcome back, guys. How you holding up, babe?
Oh my gosh. I'm holding up. I'm tired, but I'm holding up.
Yes, D has still been helping out with the church and everything on that side. So, he's still a little achy and whatnot. And, we just found out that we're being quarantined or social distancing or what's
Right.
it called?
I don't know. Locked in the house
Isolation.
for some more time.
May 15th.
I just can't wait to get back outside.
Yes. But hey, in the meantime, in between time, we're going to give y'all some content. We're going to be talking about kind of like the do's and don'ts of a first date. This comes up a lot, just, talking to friends and stuff. So we wanted to kind of pick each other's brains and hopefully get y'all's too. But yeah, we can dive right in.
Yes. That means she's going to pick my brain. Yes, so what? So first dates.
Yes. I mean, they say normally that there's a couple of faux pas. You shouldn't talk about things like religion or politics or like money, how much money you make, and things like that on a first date. What do you think?
I mean, that's definitely what they say. I think it's because, stuff like money is tacky in a way. It's like, I understand, women out there, y'all want to make sure y'all man got some money in his pocket if you gone, but it's, I had that much money in my pocket when Stevie met me.
Yeah.
Had a lot of Linton buttons.
No.
No, yeah, she ain't a fool, but yeah. But for sure, depending on the person. Mm-hmm. Somebody could be very religious and they just want to make sure, that they are aligned with their belief.
Yeah, for me, I think that's probably the one exception to the rule.
Yeah. Oh, get it. Yeah. I think, yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's one of the only exceptions to the rules of somebody who is, because you ain't trying to turn nobody into, a Christian if they ain't a Christian when you met them. You like, well, I'm going to turn this person into that.
Yeah, that can't be the goal. That can't be the goal initially is like, I'm going on a date with this person who doesn't know Jesus, and that's okay. I'm going to get him to know Jesus. Like, okay, out the gate, I don't know.
I don't know about all that.
But I do think that, like, for some people who just love God, if he's at the center, it just comes out. You don't even know that you're saying certain things. You just talk and pray over your food as an example. Or, they ask what you're into. I go to church. It's at some point, if you don't talk about your faith and it's an important part of your life, it almost seems like disingenuous, like you're hiding something too.
Yeah, don't hide it.
What about politics?
I don't. Some people care about that. I really don't. I really don't. I have my opinions on certain things, but I don't think, I don't know. I'm not that, I think it's depending on the person. I think all three of them are depending on the person. Religion, politics, and money. I think it just depends on the person. Because, you wasn't trying to find out what's in my bank account or who I was voting for.
No. I think that's a little heavy for a first date, to be completely honest.
Yes, very heavy.
Hey, so who did you vote for? What propositions did you... that's a little extra. It's important.
That could make a date go all the way south.
Sideways.
Speaking of that, have you ever had any bad first dates?
Yes.
Oh.
I used to date.
You used to date. I didn't really date that much, but Stevie used to date.
Darius is over here faking the funk. Let me tell you, he faking the funk. I had a bad first date. I hope this person never sees this. It was a while ago though, clearly, but
they gonna know exactly who they are. Oh my God, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to put you out like that. You know, my bad.
It's so funny now looking back. But basically, this guy he had been asking me out on a date for a long time. And you know, sometimes people aren't really assertive. They kind of just joke around, and you're like, I can't tell if you're serious or not. So if you're joking, I'm joking. You know, ha ha ha. But one day the person was serious. Like, no, let me take you out. We can just like grab something to eat, catch a movie. And I think this is like, yeah, this is college days. So you're just like, okay, cool, whatever. So I ended up coming over to his place to ride with him because I didn't really want him to know where I lived. But everybody had come to his place because it was just a hub.
That's smart.
I went there and he was high. And that really annoyed me. You know, I'm not going to say like back then it was like it wasn't that. It was just like, come on, bruh. Like you can't be sober for just one date, and you've been asking for the date, and now your eyes are all low and it smells funky. I was kind of irritated, but I'm like, whatever, we're already here. So we get to the movies and he had got them on his phone. So when we walk up to scan our tickets, the lady is like, bloop, and she looks at the ticket and she looks at him and looks at me and she's like, sir, these are kids' tickets. I'm gonna need y'all to go over to customer service. I was so annoyed because he had made us late because of all of his shenanigans. And then when we finally got there, I got my eye on the concession stand. Okay, popcorn, some Milk Duds.
Oh my
What's good? And she looked at him with the most...
She was tight. She was like, what, you thought this was Twilight Tuesday? You thought this was a discount on the tickets?
She said to the left. And it was pretty embarrassing. We just ended up not going to the movie. And that was the last time that we hung out.
You ain't going no more dates?
No, we ain't going no more dates. You can't afford to just give me an adult ticket. Get yourself a child ticket. It could have been an accident. An accident, nothing.
He could have accidentally
You knew when that thing came out of $10.95 that you didn't get 2 adult tickets. Don't play me.
He could have went to the Cinemark. Them tickets, $10. No. He probably just thought
it was Atlantic Station in Atlanta.
You
shout out if you hear me.
You calling
You know it was not no ticket.
Are you gangbanging? Lord have mercy. Yeah, we gotta cut that whole date segment.
Are you serious?
It's bringing out
you
the
have
hood
some
in her
trying to act bougie
right now. You know.
Anyway, we did not see each other in that way ever again. What was your worst first date?
I mean, I don't know. Man, I'm trying to think. First date? Oh man, look, first off, I consider a date.
Oh, don't be that guy.
I mean, I've had a bite. You know what I'm saying? I've had some bites. I've ate. I can eat.
Let's pause right there.
I can eat.
Because that's exactly what you said to me when you asked me out on our first date. Hey, you want to grab a bite?
Actually, no.
What'd you say?
I asked you out when we were talking and we closed down Doc Waller. And I said, man, I don't want this conversation to end. And I said, hey, I would like to take you out this week. I would like to take you out for dinner. I asked to take you out.
You said, hey, I'd love to grab a bite sometime. And I remember specifically that phrase. I was like, grab a bite. Like, oh, okay.
Can you believe this?
Nothing is wrong with that, but did you not think it was a date?
Oh, I definitely knew it was a date because I said, I would like to take you out and grab a bite sometime.
Don't try to skirt around the question.
I said, are you interested in that? She said, yes.
We have to document this because the story keeps changing.
I keep my same.
No, because before you said, I said, I like that. And I said, Darius, that don't even sound like me.
I ain't say that.
Yes, she...
I didn't say that, y'all. I said the words that she said out
Leah,
of her
Fatima, where you at?
Right. They weren't even around.
Whatever.
So.
Worst first date.
I would say, man, I had a date that was first date that I just wasn't interested when we got to the restaurant.
Ooh, tell me more.
Eat. I just didn't feel like there was no like dialogue. I just felt like everything was kind of like we was on a reality show type of feel. Like this was a love and hip hop type of thing, and it was like, no, this is real life. Hey, what's going on? What you like? You know.
They didn't have anything to say?
No, it was like a turn up thing, and trying to. I mean, I was always a different type of. I was like an old young cat, if that makes sense. Like, I did the club stuff when I was in like college, but then that was like it.
Yeah.
I was like more on some other stuff, but I was about taking trips and having fun like that, but like just hitting up Vegas and hitting up this club and all this. I wasn't about going and pay $300 for a bottle of vodka that I could have bought for $30.
Those are 1998 prices too.
I wasn't even playing around in that world, but it was just no conversation. I just didn't feel like we had nothing. It's like we was pulling. I think that was the worst. That's what it was. I felt like I was trying to fish for conversation, and I was just like.
It's probably the worst first date is like, it's one thing for the person to tell you something that you don't agree with or that's a little bit too controversial. It's another thing if the person ain't got nothing to say at all.
Ain't got nothing to say at all. And I was just like, so, what's up? What you been up to? Like, what's going on?
Ugh.
How's work?
Ugh.
How's work?
How's
when
work?
The question, how's work? Come out of anybody's mouth that you're dating, run, because that they how's work? Who wants to know?
I've never been a big person for small talk anyway, which is why like we really got along on our first date because it was really fruitful conversation. I would say what makes a first date really good then?
Well, I think also you do like dialogue. She likes to talk.
I do.
She has topics. She's like a talk show on a date. And I love to entertain those topics and discussions. I think that's the problem. I might have been the bad one on the first date. Who knows? Because I didn't initiate the questions.
Eureka!
Who knows? That might be a tip. Initiate some questions. I don't know what.
Hey, women love when men ask questions. And a follow-up question? Pack your bags. You're going on a second date.
But I be chill.
Not on our date.
I want to know what's up. I had questions because I was trying to figure out what this was about. Especially after our first, conversation we had at the beach that lasted the whole day. I was like, how was I able to sit and just talk for that long? Like, I've never talked that long and just be flowing. So I was like, it's something about this person. Let me figure out what's going on with this person.
Don't look at me like
we was talking about on our first date, like, I can't wait to be Big Steve.
I know. I was like,
I already knew what was up. But Stevie definitely has a lot of conversation and dialogue that pushes the conversation forward.
Some housekeeping for first dates. I would also say things like where you go on your first date makes a big difference. We didn't really do like a movie thing because then we wouldn't be able to talk and get to know each other. So like if you go to dinner,
Coffee is a good first date.
Yeah.
Or like ice cream. We went and got ice cream.
We got ice cream after that. Not after that date, but another date.
Another date. We got ice cream. Ice cream is a good date. It ain't expensive.
And it's low obligation.
And it's sweet.
For the women who are not entirely sure what they want to do, too. Right. You're not planning an entire day. It's like, okay, cool.
Right. I think a lot of people have the misconception that a first date has to be this extravagant restaurant or something like that. Yeah. Like, I mean, if you got it, then go ahead. Go to town. If you want to go somewhere that got that, Mastros or something like that. Ocean Prime.
Come on.
You know, I'm just naming a few. Javier's is our spot.
I can't wait for Javier's to open back.
You know, we're foodies. If y'all didn't know this by now, we hit up a lot of places. Yeah. But it's just about the conversation, wanting to get to know the person. I think that's if you get to that place first, then you will be able to kind of see if you can see yourself with this person.
Absolutely. If you have a really, really fancy smancy first date, I think that you welcome some pretense into the conversation that you really wouldn't want otherwise. That whole love and hip hop thing you talked about is a real thing, because not everybody's looking, who's walking in the door, who's gonna see me with so and so. Like, that's trash. We went to a sports bar.
Boom.
It was what?
Public school, 818, game 3.
Game 3, the playoffs.
Cavs and the Warriors. The Warriors beat them.
So yeah, you know, get to chill.
We got to chill. You know, I think that, and it was fun. We got to find out that she loved sports. Mm-hmm. You know, we got to find out a lot more about each other in some simple settings like that. I think you should never really overthink a first date. I think you should just, you know, be spontaneous with it. Have fun. Yeah. You know, it could be something chill. Let's grab coffee. You know.
Yeah. Be on time.
Be on time.
Look good, smell good.
Look good, smell good. Make sure you shower. You know, make sure you ain't just, oh, I got a date later on, but you gonna hit these few spots first and then go to, you know, now you gonna smell like all the spots that you hit.
You smell like outside.
You gonna smell like outside. What if you went to somebody's house that was fried chicken? Now you smell like a chicken shack. You have to be.
Take some consideration.
I leave the house and go straight to my destination.
Yes.
You gonna smell me like I just came out the shower. Huh?
Hello.
And we live together.
Hello. And put your phone down. Put your phone down.
I can make it. Put your phone down. I can make it. Put your phone down. Hey. Yes, put your phones down. I think that's a peeve for men and women. Period.
Yeah.
If you're on a date with somebody and you're in your phone, oh my God.
I know. And honestly, we got to work on that now, because we be on our phones sometimes when we go out. I hate it. I was trying to be the neutral one, but it's really serious.
She be scrolling.
No, I scroll at home.
Huh?
When we're out and about, I'm so cognizant about that, because nothing looks worse than you being out.
I think I left my phone in the car sometime.
Serious. It's the day before Resurrection Sunday.
I think I have left my phone in the car one or a few times.
No, because why would we leave valuable phones in the car?
Because you gotta know, why would you delete Instagram off your phone if you ain't gotta just go into the app? Sometimes if you don't have it present, you won't go there.
Oh, I see what you're trying to say.
It takes baby steps.
I was confused at first with the analogy. You brought it back, though. You brought it. Let
me will it back. I brought it back.
But, yes, try to stay off your phone if you can. It's just kind of rude. It makes people feel like you're not engaged. And that you don't want to get to know them.
Yeah. You know, chivalry isn't dead. You can definitely open up her door.
Oh, I'd like that.
Stevie doesn't touch door handles, really. Do you?
No.
Okay.
No.
You know, that's something, you know, little things like that. Stuff that still works. You know, that still works. It means a lot.
It does.
You got any tips for the ladies?
For the ladies, hey, I would just say try not to show all your hand on the first date. Like, you know, I think it's great if the person asks you what your future plans are for a family.
Whoa, on the first date?
Exactly. Like, that's never going to happen. So I would hope that you would have the discernment to not try to bring up how many kids you want and when you're hoping to be married, things like that on the first date.
We will run.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying because at that point, it almost feels like you're objectifying the man. Like he's just going to be a placeholder for all the things that you want to do, as opposed to getting to know who he is as a human. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's just like shoe on the other foot. Like, I don't think any woman wants to come to a date where a man talks about his future and he want 3 or 4 kids and this and that, and making the woman feel like she's just an accessory
like
to his game plan. You know, I think like I said before, first dates are just fun. It's supposed to just be fun. You know, it's supposed to have fun with one another and be like, well, I can have a good time with this person. You know, then as you continue on with more dates, you can get deeper and deeper into conversations. You're gonna be on those 3 to 4 hour phone calls. You know, you hang up, no, you hang up, you know, type of thing. But you'll get to know more and more about the person, you know, before you know it. But I think jumping into a first date, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Don't think it too much. You know, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, y'all both into each other. Y'all went on a date together.
Yeah, yeah.
So don't worry about if this person is into me or not. I don't know if I'm a dork or not. Like,
yeah, you know what's funny? Like, they say that statistically, people are more concerned about how they look, how they're being perceived, but the other person is also worrying about how they look and they're perceived. And it's such a waste of time and energy. Instead, try to take your focus off of yourself and being self-conscious, and instead really engage with the other person. It takes you far in life in general.
It does. That was good.
Good stuff, man.
I hope those tips helped y'all out, you know.
Yeah, I mean, just our personal experiences out here.
Because we date. We go on dates.
Yes.
We go on a lot of dates. You know, we're at home dates right now.
Yes.
But we go on a lot of dates.
Yeah. Keep it spicy. Have fun. And if you guys have any funny first date stories.
Oh, we want to hear them.
First date stories, yes. Put them in the comments. Let us know what happened.
Put it in the comments. Listen, I'll read the whole 3 paragraphs, 4-5 4-page letter that you got. Well, I ain't got nothing but time. We're in this quarantine right now. We're just gonna sit here and read all of the first date stories. Don't put nobody names though. Don't put nobody names in there. We don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke. You get what I'm saying? Don't put nobody names in there. Just give us a story. Let us know what's going on. To let people know, because that can inform folks when they're going out there and dating. They can be like, oh, let me make sure I don't do that.
Oh, word.
You know, that can help somebody out.
It's true.
You know, don't be asking a man how much he makes on the first date.
Please don't do that.
Don't ask him how much he make on the first date. Because what that does, too, low key, that lets a man know what kind of woman that is, too.
Oh.
Huh? Let me hit you the game before we close this up. If a woman asks me on the first date how much money I make, that lets me know that if I ain't got the money, then I ain't got it. You get what I'm saying?
Say that one more time. I think I lifted up my bra. Show.
That. Say what?
Say it again, because I think I showed my bra in the camera by mistake.
Oh, stop touching yourself. What did how do I start that?
You said, if a woman asks me how much I make.
Okay. Right. So if a woman asks me how much I make on the first date, you know, that lets me know, A, that's her first objective for me. Is that I gotta have bread. I gotta have money. Which in some cases, I understand you want to make sure you got some stability right there. You know what I'm saying? But you don't act on the first date. That also, certain men will take that in account that, you know, I can basically pay for this woman.
Yeah, I can buy her.
I can get a bag and get a little Chanel bag or something, and she get to go. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She gonna roll with the punches. And you don't want to ever put yourself in that position. You know, you run into the wrong guy with that question. And he take that bait like, oh, okay, I see what this is. Yeah. And money ain't a thing with him.
Yeah.
But you over here, you know, so it's a lot of, you know, toxic stuff that can come out of that. So, I mean, it's more to it than that, but, you know, it's okay to understand, you know, it ain't always about the money. Like I said, when me and Stevie first dated, I didn't have all the money.
I mean, we still ain't got all the money.
I got all the money. Nah.
Bye.
It's not about that. If you got love, then that's all that matters, you know.
My last thing. Men, don't do any weird, like...
What's that?
Sexual innuendo type stuff on dates. Like, I've actually been on a date before, too, when a guy was, like, implying some weird stuff, and I'm like, ew.
Like
gross.
What? Elaborate for us.
It's a daytime show. But I don't even know what it might have been. But, you know, sometimes you might say something. I think that's the thing about it, too, is, like, weird creeper guys will find anything you say and try to flip it. You're talking about wood paneling. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, because you know, like, anything you say, it might be something weird. Like, oh, you know, because I go to bed late. Oh, because you know. Like, what? Like, don't leave all that stuff at the house. It's weird. And it creeps people out. And especially with the climate today, you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Right.
You're there.
You're going to be Me Too.
For all the wrong reasons.
And all the girls you dated is going to come forward and say, he did the same thing to me.
Hello? All it takes is one Twitter thread, and it's a wrap. So don't do that.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Happily...
Ever Now.
Yes. We hope that helped you guys out. Those are some of our things that we talk about in our day-to-day life. We have conversations about stuff, and that came up in our mind to talk about. First dates, the bads, the good, the uglies,
and the cute. Subscribe to our channel, comment below what you want to talk about, and do not forget to put the first dates. We do want to hear. We do want to laugh.
We do. Mm-hmm. We ain't got nothing but time.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. So until next time, be safe. Wash those hands. Spray your disinfectant spray. Get your wipes. Stay safe. Love y'all.